Yes. So I'll just repeat the rank nullity theorem. So rank nullity theorem, it states that the total number of columns in a given matrix A, it is equal to the rank of the matrix A plus nullity of the matrix A. And here we are going to solve some problems on that and the remaining topics. So the first one is the basis. So here the first problem is determine whether or not each of the following form a basis. So here the first problem, x1, it is given with the set 1, 2, 3. x2, it is with the elements 3, comma, minus 5, comma, 6. Determine whether or not which of these following x1 and x2 form a basis in R3. Yes, what is your answer for this? Whether it forms a basis or not. See, I'll just go with the definition of the space. So if you have R1, so it means that you will be having only one set. So here this x1, it forms a basis in R1. Suppose if you are given R2 and if you have the two sets x1 and x2. So here x1, it may be having some elements like 1, 2, 3 and x2, it may be having elements 4, 5, 6. So here since two sets are given, so if this x1 and x2 vector, they form a basis in R2. But suppose if you are given only P of 4, 5, 6. Suppose if you are given this only P and if you ask whether it forms a basis in R2, then directly you can mention that. So if P does not form a basis in R2 because clearly we should have two vector spaces in the R2. Similarly, if you observe this given problem, so here we are asked whether this x1 and x2 they form a basis in R3. So since n takes the value 3, here it should consist of minimum 3 vectors. But here we have only 2 vectors, x1 and x2. So only 2 vector spaces are present. So here you can say that this x1 and x2, they does not form a basis in R3. But if you ask in R square, that is R2, then you can say x1 and x2, they form a basis in R2. So here the answer for this is basis in R3 must contain exactly 3 elements. Therefore, x1 and x2, they does not form a basis in R2. So it does not form a basis. So this is the answer for the first problem. And take the next one. Determine whether or not each of the following form a basis x1 with the elements 1 to 9 and x2 with the elements 2, minus 3, 4 and x3 with the elements 1, 3, 7 and x4 with the elements 2, 4, 8 form a basis in R2. Determine whether or not x1, x2, x3, x4 form a basis in R3. What's the answer? Can anybody? Whether it forms a basis. Basis in the sense we should be able to have a linear combination of all these vectors. Whether it is possible, whether it is a basis in R3. What is the answer? We can tell yes or no, no problem. If it is wrong also, I'll just tell the answer, how to have the analysis for this. Don't hesitate, you can answer the question. Whether x1, x2, x3, x4 form a basis in R3. Anyone? Whether it forms a basis or not. I need the answer either yes or no. Are you
Yes,
listening?
ma'am.
Whether it is forming a basis in R3?
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
X1, X2, X3.
Hmm. See, the answer is no. It does not form a basis in R3 because here you have to observe the value of n. N is taking the value 3. So it means that it should clearly consist of only 3 elements. X1, X2, X3. ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರಬೇಕು. So even if it contains extra element, it doesn't mean that it is going to form a basis. So suppose if you ask R4, then you can say yes, it is going to form a basis. But since we are asked for R3, so here it should consist of only 3 elements. So here basis R3 must contain exactly 3 elements. So here you can say that X1, X2, X3, X4 does not form a basis in R3. Clear? Let's take on the next one. Determine whether or not each of the following form a basis. So here X1, the same question for everything, the different cases are given. X1 with the value X221, X2 with the value 137, X3 with the value 122 form a basis in R3. Whether it is going to form a basis in R3?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Yes. X1, X2, X3, since 3 elements are present, we can say that. So here it is going to form a basis in R3. If so, we just solve it and check the rank of this given matrix. So here, solve this, get the rank of this matrix along with the solution. So here we are given X1, X2, X3. So here in the matrix form. So here you need to write in the form of AX is equal to, I'll write 0. So here you can write this as A with the elements 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, and 1, 7, 2. That is 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. It should be in the row wise. So here, this is the matrix A. So on this, you just perform the row echelon method. Row echelon apply ಮಾಡಿ and tell me the rank of this matrix. So here for this matrix A, what we do is first here exchange R1 with R3. Exchange R1 with R3 and rewrite the matrix. So what you get? 172 in the first row, 232, it will remain in the same row, and 211 that goes to the third row. And next what we can do, so here we have to make the bottom row elements as 0. So for that you can go with the operation like R2 minus 2R1. Idu madidre first element in the second row will be 0, and along with that you can also perform R3 minus, what you can do, 2 times of R1. ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳಿ? Just we are cross checking, that is, we know that X1, X2, X3 they are going to form a basis, but we are going to prove it with the help of row echelon method. Yes, 172 it doesn't change. What about the second row elements now? It will become 0, minus 11, minus 2, 0, minus 13, minus 3 you get. And next, you just multiply the second row and third row with the minus 1. So here I'll write minus R2 and minus R3 so that we can have the positive values. 172, 0, 11, 2, 0, 13, 3. And now to reduce it further, we are just trying it whether we will be resulting in the bottom row as 0. So if the bottom row becomes 0, then the rank of the matrix will be 2. Otherwise, it will be 3. So here what we can do. So R2 or R3 minus R2 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡಿ. You can use any transformation method, that doesn't matter, but just check, you just try so that the bottom row elements must be 0. So here if you do that, here you will be getting 0 to 1. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇರೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ whether you will be getting 0 ಬರುತ್ತಾ?
No, ma'am.
No. So here it will be resulting in 3 non-zero rows. So since it will be resulting in 3 non-zero rows, many operations, further operations can also be done. So, but here we'll just stop at this point. So here since 3 non-zero rows are obtained, so here the rank of this given matrix, it is taken as 3. So here this 3, it is also equal to the number of unknowns. Now number of unknowns are 3 here, x, y, z. That is in this problem here we are taken x1, x2, x3. So here since it is equal to number of unknowns also, you can say that this x1, x2, x3, they are linearly independent and they are going to form a basis in R3. And the solution for this, it is unique because the rank of this matrix, it is same as that of the number of unknowns. So here we can write the unique solution as x1, x2, x3 all are equal to 0. Since we have taken the beginning equation ax is equal to 0, so even if you multiply this with x1, x2, x3 and you'll be writing, so here it will be resulting in a unique solution as 0 that you can work out. So next, yes, problems and dimensions will take. So consider the next problem. Let W be the subspace in R5. Let W be the subspace of R5 spanned by x1 of 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 4, x2 with 2, 4, minus 2, 6, 8, x3 with 1, 3, 2, 2, 6, x4 with 1, 4, 5, 1, 8, and x5 with 2, 7, 3, 3, 9. Let W be the subspace of R5 spanned by x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. Find a subset of vectors. So here, find subset of vectors which forms a basis of W, and also find the dimension and also find its dimension. So first, whatever the given elements are there, x1, x2, x3, x4, x5. So for this, we are going to write it in the vector matrix form. So here we can write the matrix A. Yes, what is the matrix A? Using the elements, can you tell me the matrix? So here the first two elements are nothing but the elements of x1. So here is 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 4. And the elements of x2 that will come in the second row, that is 2, 4, minus 2, 6, 8. And next we have x3 elements 1, 3, 2, 2, 6. x4 is 1, 4, 5, 1, 8. And x5 is 2, 7, 3, 3, 9. So this is the given matrix A. So for this given matrix A, so we have to find the subset. Yes, apply the row echelon method. So here number of operations you need to perform. I'll just give the operations. You can work out later because otherwise it will take much time. R2 minus 2 R1, R3 minus R1, and R4 minus R1, R5 minus 2 R1, and after that, once again, I'll be writing the final answer here. R4 minus 2 R3, R5 minus 3 R3. If you perform all these operations, you have to go on observing the elements of the given matrix and you need to work out. So here it will be resulting in the subset matrix
Ma'am.
3, 4, second row elements will become 0. This is the final answer I am writing here. 0, 1, 3, minus 1, 2. Fourth row will be 0. And 0, 0, minus 4, 0, minus 5. So here the subset elements will be 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 4, 0, 1, 3, minus 1, 2, 0, 0, minus 4, 0, minus 5. And here, since there are 3 number of non-zero rows, so here the dimension of this subset, it is also equal to 3. And here also you can observe that which variables they are going to form a basis in W. So here you have to observe the whatever the pivots here. So here this is the pivot in the first row, pivot in the third row. There is no second row, there is no pivot in the second row because all the elements are 0 here. In the fourth row also there is no element and pivot in the last row. So here there belongs to x1, x3, sorry. This is x1, x3 and x5. Since we have written along the row wise. So here you can say that x1, x3, x5, they are going to form a basis in the reduced subset W. So here W subset elements are 1, 2, minus 1, 3, 4, 0, 1, 3, minus 1, 2 and 0, 0, minus 4, 0, minus 5. And accordingly, so here you can say that x1, x3, x5, only these 3 elements, they are going to form a basis in the W. And here dimension is nothing but the number of non-zero rows, whatever you have. So that you need to mention as a dimension for the obtained subset. So here, I'll just repeat this. So W it is given as a subset in R5 with the elements x1, x2, x3, x4, x5 are given. So using these elements, we have to obtain the subset. So first write the given elements in the matrix form, apply the row echelon method so that you can get the reduced matrix elements. And here in this, whatever the number of non-zero rows you have, so that will represent the dimension of the subset W. And along with that, so here whatever the non-zero rows you have x1, x3, x5. So these elements, they are going to represent the basis of the subset. ಏನಿದು x1 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕಾಲಮ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕಲ್ಲ ಓಕೆ x1 values column ನಲ್ಲಿ okay see here we have written like x1 elements in the row wise x2, x3, x4, x5. So you can write either in the column or row. So here depending on the operation that you are going to perform, you can have the elements. So here x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, they're considered as the elements, not the vectors here. So here x1 elements anta kottaga you have to write in the row wise. So elements basis anta represent ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾಗ so row wise ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So row wise ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು row echelon method apply ಮಾಡಿ you just simplify and get the answer. So basis ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. And what x1, x2, x3, x5, they are the elements, not the vectors. So take to the next problem. One more problem I'll give so that you can understand. V is a vector space of polynomials over R. Next problem. V is a vector space of polynomials over R. Find a basis and dimension of the subspace W of V spanned by the polynomials. Same problem, but here in terms of polynomial we are given x1 is equal to t cube minus 2t square plus 4t plus 1. x2 is 2t cube minus 3t square plus 9t minus 1. x3 is t cube plus 6t minus 5. and x4 is 2t cube minus 5t square plus 7t plus 5. So these elements are given. So check the basis and the dimension of the subspace W, which is obtained from the vector space V. So for these given polynomials, first write the matrix A. So what are the matrix A elements now? So observe the coefficients of t cube, t square, t, and so on, and correspondingly you just go on writing the elements. So here also row wise itself you have to write the elements x1, x2, x3, x4, and at the column wise here you will be having the elements of t cube, t square, t, and t to the power 0. Difference ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? So x1, x2, x3, x4 elements, they should be on the row wise side, whereas the polynomials that are given, whatever the element values are given, so that has to be written in the form of t cube towards t0. So here, what is the first row elements now?
1 minus 2, 4, 1.
1 minus 2, 4, 1. Yes. Next. 2 minus 3.
2 minus 9 minus 1.
Yes. Next.
1, 0, 6 minus 5.
Next 2 minus
2 minus 5, 7, 5.
So after writing this, you had to apply the row echelon method. So here I'll just give the operations and perform the operations on this, like R2 minus 2R1, R3 minus R1, and R4 minus 2R1. ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನನಗೆ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿಕ್ಸ್. First row elements will not change. 1 minus 2, 4, 1, keep as it is. What about R2, R3, R4? Second, third, fourth row. Second row elements in barutte heli. 2 minus 2 is 0. Minus 3 plus 6 is ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಮ್ಮ? 3. So here this is 3.
1.
1.
Minus 3.
Minus
3.
3. Yes. Next, R3 minus R1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ 0, 2, 2 minus 6 ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಅದನ್ನ. 0, minus 1, minus 1, 3. And next, these are the elements that is going to obtain after performing these three operations. Further, it can be reduced by performing R3 minus 2 R2 and R4 plus R2. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ R3 minus 2 R2. So here first and second row elements will be kept as it is, and R3 minus 2 R2. R3 minus 2 R2 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ? R4 plus R2 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? R4 plus R2 minus. So just check out or the various operations that you need to perform here. R3 minus 2 R2. Is answer correct? R3 minus R1, R4 minus 2 R1. I think here it should.
Ma'am, second row 1, ma'am.
Alva. Second row it should
1,
be
ma'am.
1. So suppose if anything goes wrong, the problem will be wrong. So next year you will be getting 0, 0, 0 and 0, 0, 0, 0. Now you will be getting the answer. So here you can see that the third and fourth row, they went 0. So here there are two non-zero vectors, non-zero rows are present. So here what is the dimension of this reduced W? Dimension of the reduced matrix W is equal to how much?
2.
See the non-zero rows is 2.
2.
Yes. So non-zero rows estirutte, that is the dimension. And which elements they are going to form a basis? Pivot are present in the row 1 and row 2. So here element x1 and x2, they are going to form a basis for the subspace or the subset W. So ಯಾವ non-zero rows ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರದ್ದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ, so they are going to form a subspace, that is they are going to form a basis. So next, take down the next problem. Find the value of C that makes it possible to solve the equation Ax is equal to B, which is defined by U plus V plus 2W is equal to 2, 2U plus 3V minus W is equal to 5, 3U plus 4V plus W is equal to C. This problem solve ಮಾಡಿಸಿದೀನಾ? Did I solve this problem in the previous classes? Find the value of C that makes it possible to solve Ax is equal to B. Where we have UVW as U plus V plus 2W as 2, 2U plus 3V minus W as 5, 3U plus 4V plus W is equal to C. I think we haven't solved. So take this problem. Here we'll find the value of C here. So first, from the given equation, we need to write it in the form of a Ax is equal to B. So here, from this, what are the elements of A and what are the elements of X and what are the elements of B? One, two, three. They are the coefficients of U. V is 1, 3, 4 and W is 2 minus 1 plus 1. And here the variables are U, V, W and the B value is 2, 5, 6. Now on this, I'll give 3 operation. R2 minus 2 R1 ಮಾಡಿ, R3 minus 3 R1 ಮಾಡಿ, and write the reduced equation. So here you can go with the augmented matrix, club ಮಾಡಿ, you can write the answer. So I'll just, before performing this, I'll just write this matrix, you just solve and tell me the answer. ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಈ ಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. R2 minus 2 R1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, R3 minus 3 R1 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, so first row element will not change and the R2 elements will become how much? 0, 1, minus 5, 1 and 0, 1, minus 5, C minus 6. And on this, perform R3 minus R2. R3 minus R2 ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, the third row elements somewhat reduces to 0. So here it will be resulting in 1, 1, 2, 2 0, 1, minus 5, 1, and 0, 0, 0, C minus 7. You'll be resulting in this. So now you can write it separately. That is 1, 1, 2, 0, 1, minus 5, 0, 0, 0. These are the elements of matrix A. U, V, W are the elements of X is equal to 2, 1, C minus 7. So from this, if you compare, so here you can write C minus 7, it is simply equal to 0. So here you can write the other equations also, but it is not required at this problem because we are asked only to calculate the value of C. So here you just equate C minus 7 is equal to 0, which is in the third row. So here which implies that C is equal to 7. So for C is equal to 7, so whatever the matrix or the elements that is given in the form of Ax is equal to B, that is going to be solved. And the next, take the next problem. For which vectors of B1, B2, B3 do these system have solution? For which vectors B1, B2, B3 do these system have solution? So here now we have the equation. I'll take the matrix like 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, triple 0, x1, x2, x3 is equal to b1, b2, b3. I think we have solved on this. So here on what is the condition for b1, b2, b3 in order to have a solution for this given matrix. So here simply we can write x1 plus x2 plus x3, that is nothing but 1 into x1 plus 1 into x2 plus 1 into x3 is equal to b1, and x2 plus x3 is equal to b2, and what about b3? It will be equal to 0. So for these conditions of b1, b2, b3, the given matrix can have a solution. And rejoin the class for another 15 minutes. Rejoin the class.